The armored truck doors slam shut, sealing 2 guards inside with millions in cash. On a quiet city street, a construction crew flags them down. But these workers aren't fixing the road. Within seconds, guns are drawn, explosives are primed, and the morning erupts into a massacre. The guards don't stand a chance. Neither do the bystanders caught in the crossfire. The brutal heist leaves bodies on the pavement and Fortico security scrambling for answers. But the killers vanish without a trace. 5 months later, Patrick Hill joins the Fortico team. His boss, Terry, warns him the robbers are still out there. Follow every rule. Stay alert. Don't become the next headline. Patrick, quickly nicknamed H, trains under a veteran guard named Bullet, but his performance is a disaster. His shooting scores barely scrape by. His driving test ends with him backing into crates. He looks like a liability. In the locker room, the team sizes him up. Sweet Boy clashes with him immediately. Sticky John, bitter about losing his spot, offers nothing but sarcasm. Dana watches the quiet stranger with curiosity. On his first shift, H rides with Bullet and Sweet Boy. Sweet Boy confesses he was supposed to drive the truck that got hit 5 months ago. He called in sick. That one decision saved his life. The first collection goes smoothly. Back at the depot, H studies the security setup. At the end of the shift, badges come off and get hung on a board. Before leaving, H discreetly inspects his colleagues' ID tags. At the bar, H handles a confrontation with Sticky John by handing him cash and telling him to cool off. Bullet watches, amused, calling him a social wizard. But something about H doesn't add up. Then everything changes. During a routine pickup, Bullet doesn't return. A chilling voice crackles through the radio. The robbers have him. Sweet Boy panics, screaming they need to drive back. But H refuses. They are not leaving their colleague behind. The truck is directed to a desolate area. A masked figure drags Bullet out with a gun to his head. The robber demands the cash. H tosses out bags, but one lands wide. When the thief steps out to retrieve it, H acts with lightning speed. A single shot drops the man. Another bullet takes out the robber holding Bullet. A gunfight erupts. One attacker flees into a warehouse. H chases him down, demanding to know who sent him. The robber spits insults. H knocks him unconscious. He removes the masks from the dead, searching for a familiar face. None are the man he's hunting. The FBI arrives. Agents question H about his impossible accuracy. His test scores were abysmal, yet he shot like a seasoned killer. H explains it away as adrenaline. They show him surveillance footage of a previous heist. H denies recognizing anyone. Privately, Agent King dismisses his team's suspicions. He tells them to leave H alone. Back at Fortico, H is promoted for his heroics. Unknown to his colleagues, he begins compiling detailed files on every employee. 3 months pass. H and Bullet are ambushed again. The robbers paint the truck windows black. When H steps out, the moment they see his face, they retreat immediately. Terry is baffled. Bullet, however, confides that something about H terrifies him. Dana confesses her feelings for H. They spend the night together, but H confronts her at gunpoint about hidden money he found. Dana insists she stole it during an assignment. H reveals he knows everything about her. He warns her not to hold back. The story shifts. 5 months earlier, H spends a peaceful day with his son, Dougie. Mike, an associate, calls with an urgent request. He needs H to observe a Fortico truck leaving the gates and report which way it turns. Reluctantly, H agrees. He parks nearby, tells Dougie to wait in the car, and watches from a food truck. He reports the truck turned right. He has no idea what's about to happen. Just meters away, a different group of robbers disguised as construction workers ambushes the truck. One of them spots Dougie in the car. He orders the boy out. Dougie panics, calling for his father, but H is still on the phone. He doesn't hear. Dougie lies face down on the ground. At the worst moment, he turns his head. He catches a glimpse of the robber's face. The sight seals his fate. The man shoots Dougie. H arrives just in time to see his son's murder. Enraged, he charges forward. A bullet tears through his chest. 3 weeks later, H wakes in a hospital bed. The crushing news of Dougie's death is confirmed. Dougie's mother blames him completely. Haunted by guilt, H turns to FBI agent King for help. King gives him a list of known criminals. H and his crew launch a brutal campaign through the underworld. Bodies pile up, but the real killer remains out of reach. H returns to London and creates a false identity. Patrick Hill. He secures a position at Fortico Security to get closer to the truth. Months earlier, 6 war veterans, bitter and broke, gather under their former sergeant, Jackson. They start planning robberies. Their ambitions grow. Jan, the most reckless, constantly pushes for more. Jackson warns them to stay low. Jan doesn't listen. The crew disguises themselves as construction workers for their next heist. Unbeknownst to them, H has parked nearby with Dougie. The robbery unfolds. Jan kills the guards without hesitation. Dougie witnesses everything. Jan shoots the boy coldly. The crew is stunned. They spot H running toward them. Jan fires directly into his chest. Months later, the group regathers. Jackson unveils an ambitious plan. They'll rob the entire Fortico fleet on Black Friday. Over $150 million. On the day of the heist, Bullet reveals his dark secret. He's the insider who helped the crew. He admits the guards were always meant to die. Dougie's death was unintended. Then he drops the final blow. He removed the bullets from H's gun. He warns H to cooperate if he wants to survive. Bullet disables the truck's cameras and drives to the depot. Chaos erupts. Armed robbers take control. They capture Terry and Sweet Boy. Bullet is theatrically taken hostage. Inside, H uses a concealed pistol to shoot a robber. He frees himself with a hidden knife. He unties Terry and Sweet Boy. They escape. H gears up. He advances methodically, taking down robbers one by one. But Bullet turns on Dana and Stewart, killing them both. He ambushes H, shooting him and leaving him injured. Then he kills Sweet Boy. Only Jackson, Jan, and Bullet remain from the crew. They move to the garage. Jackson readies his gun, aiming at January. But Jan realizes his intentions. He slits Jackson's throat. He tells Bullet Jackson succumbed to his wounds. They descend into a tunnel. As they load the money into a getaway car, Bullet hesitates. Jan notices and shoots him without hesitation. He drives off with all the money. Later, Jan relaxes in his apartment. A phone rings. He finds it hidden inside a money bag. A figure emerges from the shadows. Jan tries to negotiate. H tosses a document at him. The autopsy report of his son, for bullets, each striking a vital organ. H raises his gun. He delivers the same 4 shots to Jan, mirroring the pain he endured. Jan collapses. His life ends as coldly as the one he took. H limps out of the apartment. FBI agent King waits outside. He calmly asks if the job is finished. H nods and walks into the night. His vengeance is complete.